Did you realize that landing your dream could be the start of a nightmare? I grew up in a blue-collar steel town just outside Pittsburgh, where my mom juggled 2 jobs at the diner and my dad coached Little League until twilight. From the moment I cracked open my first calculus textbook in Mrs. Ortega's summer camp, I vowed to carve a different path for myself, one marked by Stanford banners instead of rusted smokestacks. A junior year, I was living on coffee and AP prep books, falling asleep in the pews of St. Agnes Parish where I'd rewrite proofs onto the hymnal's margins. When Mrs. Blake, my guidance counselor, quietly slipped an envelope across her desk promising a secret scholarship if I aced Calculus BC, I burned through every problem set like my life depended on it. Walking across Stanford's campus the first time felt surreal, the wind rushing through palm fronds, the bell tower ringing just for me, or so I thought. My scholarship showed up on my acceptance letter, but I quickly realized it never appeared in my online portal. Sweaty palms, heart pounding, I marched into the financial aid office and they muttered about a clerical error. Meanwhile, my loan applications piled up, and my parents started wiring money that should have stayed at home repairing our roof. On one sleepless night, my roommate Jason shoved a business card into my hand, an alumnus offering to personally review my scholarship file. I hesitated, knowing Mrs. Blake had sworn she handled everything, but desperation nudged me forward. A week later, I stood in a cramped cafe across from the alumnus, repitching my Steeltown origin story and digital renditions of my grassroots tutoring program. He nodded, collected my drafts, and vanished into Stanford's labyrinthine bureaucracy. Hope reignited, until an email appeared accusing me of plagiarism. My stomach dropped as I reread the single line, "Evidence suggests non-original content in your application." Shock turned to fury when I noticed the attached document had someone else's watermarks, Jason's name faintly printed in the footer. Tore through my dorm searching for answers and found Jason's laptop open to a cloud folder labeled Backup Essays. My hands shook as I scrolled through dozens of versions, every confession I poured into my personal statement now tagged with his username. He burst in behind me, face gray. "I thought you'd never get in without my edits," he stammered, "so I submitted under my name." Betrayal had a taste like rust and regret. I grabbed the hard drive, shoved past him, and sprinted to the dean's office. The dean was skeptical when Jason spun a wild tale. He discovered a forged recommendation letter from Mrs. Blake, and he'd been covering up her misconduct to protect me. My head swirled. Mrs. Blake, the quiet champion of my dreams, implicated as a fraudster. I tracked down every email trail, every stamped envelope, and uncovered messages where she promised the scholarship then ghosted Stanford's admissions staff. With documented proof in hand, her forged signatures, my clean drafts, his admission of guilt, the scholarship board convened an emergency hearing. 10 days later, I received confirmation. My scholarship was fully reinstated, all loans erased, Mrs. Blake was suspended pending investigation, and Jason was expelled for academic dishonesty. Standing beneath the same bell tower that once seemed like a cruel joke, I felt a surge of vindication. Success had tried to devour me, betrayal nearly erased my future, but unveiling the truth became my greatest triumph. From then on, I walked confidently through those palm-shadowed walkways, knowing that sometimes the fiercest battles aren't fought with formulas and theorems, but with courage and relentless honesty.